Overcomers, how we doing? Good day, good evening, wherever you are watching this. I'd just like to give you a warm welcome to this channel today, and just to give you a big thank you, all of my lovely budding successful overcomers who have joined the successful overcomer community, who have been supporting me, helping me to grow my YouTube channel. It's doing amazing. Thank you very much for hitting the targets as desired. Target of road to 200 has been met. I'm so grateful, so grateful. It's because of you lovely people, the support, the your comments, your likes, your subscription. It's really making a positive impact on the channel Life Coach Lisa and Successful Overcomers. So for all those who have been joining and subscribing to my channel, thanks, very much appreciate it. To all those who are new to Successful Overcomers channel, I want to give you a warm welcome and just say thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. The community is all, and the channel is all about motivating, empowering, inspiring, uplifting, edifying individuals, adults who want to make a difference in their life, who are about creating a positive mental mindset and a positive mental attitude towards life to help achieve your goals, to help grow and develop you. So this channel is all about life coaching and personal development support in a variety of areas, whether that be about your confidence building, empowerment strategies building, self-improvement on health and well-being level, or are you someone who has desires and dreams and life goals that you want to attain, and entrepreneurship, business or enterprise is something you want to desire to work towards, then I can help coach and give you that information, the support, the advice, the guidance to help you be effective and efficient in achieving your life goal. So that is what I do myself, Life Coach Lisa, and I'm just all about enabling and supporting and serving and helping others to achieve their life goals, their life dreams, and to be successful in the process. But overall, we know that when we as humans, individuals, are attaining and upscaling and up leveling ourselves, there is always a degree of challenges to overcome. And I'm a great believer, and I champion and have been coaching and supporting individuals for the last 12 years. And my experience extends over 20 years in helping individuals and people to overcome the challenges that they experience in their life on their life journey towards attainment and achievement. And having that resilient, positive, win-win and self-determined attitude is some of the traits that will help you to overcome all of your challenges that you may face in your life. They're just foundational traits. It's not just the be and all and all, but I will give you and can give you, if you're interested in what that looks like as support, or what these strategies and tips and tools might be to help you to develop yourself, to go forward in life, to help you be a successful overcomer. Because that's what it's about. Yes, you will have challenges in life, but how you overcome them is what is most important. And you will overcome challenges if you are equipped with the right mindset and the tools and the resources and the abilities to do so. So with that said, warm welcome to you all, and thank you for the love and support so far on this channel. Today, if you have not noticed, I have put a post out and I'm wanting to share a little bit more of myself with you all. And I thought, with me doing coaching and with me having my own life experiences and challenges that I've had to endure and grow from and overcome, I thought it'd be good to share with you today how I overcome my health challenges in my life journey so far. And I'm sure there are many of you on this platform, or who will be watching the live afterwards, who may have experienced the same or similar types of challenges. Not necessarily exact, but you will have understanding and empathy, or be able to resonate with yourself, if not someone else, how health challenges have impacts on you overall on your personal and your professional aspects of your life, but also how the health challenges can also affect you on your well-being levels and attainment or achievement levels. So story time, guys. So get it comfy, get something to drink, want a pit stop. I shall be on here for hopefully about 20 minutes, give and take my battery time. I have been out most of the day and it's been a busy day, so I have not had much chance to recharge on the battery. So apologies to that. I am going to go straight in, so hopefully we get a good insight for Storytime Part 1, and I will give you Storytime Part 2 to follow after this, so keep a look out, all about how I overcome my health challenges. Rightio, let's go. So, first of all, I want to share with you my health challenge. And my health challenge was when I experienced a problem with my hair. Now, this problem that occurred came very surprisingly to me. I haven't had any hair problems or issues prior to experiencing this health issue. So for me, it was quite shocking, to be fair. And I just wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't. So 12 years ago, I had a hair treatment, and after that hair treatment, I noticed my hair was beginning to act strange. My hair would be very, brittle. My hair was very dry. It began to get very tangly, like a bird's nest. And it was just not being easily tamed. So I wasn't able to comb my hair, style my hair as I desired. I wasn't able to, from root to tip, my hair just wouldn't be workable. I just couldn't work with it. I couldn't play with it. I couldn't style it. I couldn't do much with it. And for the first few weeks that I noticed a difference in my hair, I began to think, oh, maybe it just needs a little extra moisture. It needs a little bit of extra care. Maybe I'm over processing it with the heat or with my styling regimes. I was thinking all sorts, ladies, females, or it could be males who have a good head of hair, and what that may look like when you have changes in your hair growth or hair changes in itself. And mine was definitely something that was taking place from the root. So my follicles of my hair were just like I'd been electrocuted. The hair would not lay down. The hair was just standing on edge. And there was one particular hair at the center point of my hair, and no matter what I did, if I used all sorts of products and conditioners, and no matter what I did, it just would not tame. I just could not get this hair follicle to lie flat. So I thought, well, this is a bit strange. And then about 3 weeks into noticing that there was not much difference in what I noticed when I first noticed my hair change, I decided that maybe I need to seek some medical advice or consult and do some research to why is my hair not acting normal? Why is my hair changing? Why is my hair changed? Why am I not able to comb my hair, style my hair? Why is my hair starting to get very knotty? It got very matted. It was very layered on each other. So I was very confused. I'm like, So after I made an appointment with my doctor, I managed to get referred for some tests and some, not just some. I went on 2 years of testing and scanning and biopsies across Manchester, across Greater Manchester, I should say. And I was with specialists, I was seeing GPs, I was at the primary care, secondary care. It was just like, anyone got a solution to what's going on? Anyone got even a diagnosis to what's going on? Hi, warm welcome. Thanks to you, Successful Overcomer. Thanks for being on board and thanks for joining me today. Thank you. I hope your day's been going well and I hope that you are finding this story time, my first story time on this platform, of insight to just one of my challenges or one of my areas of challenges that I've faced on my life journey. And it's also an insight to get to know me a little bit more. So I do hope that this live gives you that insight and engagement. So yeah, after I had gone through 2 years of not being able to find some clear answers or even a clear solution, I was beginning to get very frustrated. Do you know, I'm a lady. Hair is not the be and all, but it was for me quite important. It was part of my image. It was part of my appearance. And when I was just not able to do what I wanted to do with my hair, that made me get a little bit annoyed. I was very frustrated, you know. As you can imagine, my confidence level, so to speak, was quite knocked, because after 2 years of not knowing why my hair is acting the way it is and not knowing what I can do to help my hair, I even went on a venture on a herbalistic path to try and get some answers and try and get some solutions, because medically I wasn't getting no answers, and personally I just didn't have no idea as to why my hair wasn't being how I was used to my hair being for the first 20-30 years of my life, because this happened in my mid-30s, and I have had no experience of past family members that have had this issue with hair. And my hair was not necessarily being I wasn't losing hair, so I wasn't having huge amount of hair losses. I wasn't being told that it was like a known hair issue or problem like alopecia, or I had not had a life-threatening illness like cancer or something like that that would impact on my hair to be going through these changes. So I just couldn't understand it. I was very frustrated. I was very annoyed. I ended up experiencing times of isolation. You know, I felt very withdrawn sometimes. I was just frustrated. I was just like, I am not going out the house today because I want to do my hair like this and I can't do my hair like this and I'm annoyed and it's not fair and why is it happening to me? And I had nobody else to kind of relate to as to, oh, you've got this hair problem and is this what's going on? Because nobody had the issue. The medical profession had no understanding as to what it was. So it became apparent that they, after all the tests and the scans and the blood tests and all the specialist input and support and the prodding and the pricking and the I was just left to be told that unfortunately there's not much that they can do because they don't know what's caused my hair to have a change. They don't know what the issue is. There's nothing on my scans, my tests, nothing's coming back with anything that can give them a guidance or direction on a path of concern. So that then left me more in a dark tunnel. So I was like, well, what am I going to do now? Like, if I am to continue a life productively and confidently, as best I can, what am I going to do with my hair? And they were like, oh, okay, we have a solution for that. And I was like, oh, okay, what will that solution be? Because it wasn't tablets, it wasn't ointments or creams, you know. And unfortunately, I was given the ultimatum of a choice, I should say, to have hair aesthetics, and I was given a choice to have NHS prescription of wigs. So I took that offer up, very, very, very reluctant, because I did not and had not been a person who wore wigs before. I wasn't someone who was of false hair adaptation on a long-term purpose, for a night, maybe for an occasion, or as maybe having braids or things like that as a protective style. I had done in the past and I was comfortable with, but this was a long-term kind of suggestion, option that I was choosing because there was no other option and I couldn't do those things that I was used to and wanted to do. So I took that option up, very reluctantly, like I said, and painstakingly every single time that I had to put this thing on, as I called it, on my head, just to get me out of the house, get me to work, to get me to engage and be, you know, actively and productive in my life, personal and professional. That was the way that I was co-managing it. Now, along the way, I did experience a lot of negative backlash, so to speak, and that came from people I knew, people I didn't know, friends, families, members, colleagues, so professionally. And it could be in terms of remarks that made me feel uncomfortable. It could be looks that made me feel uncomfortable. It could have been times of prejudice, discrimination, and ridicule. And I just felt very, very, very much excluded, and it made me feel very much rejected, based on just because people who knew me didn't take to the new me. I didn't take to the new me. I didn't like that image that having to wear them wigs gave me. You know, I was given all sorts of negative comments. No matter what wig I had, it wasn't always acceptable in the eyes of those that knew me. It was also a lot of, like I say, ridicule and negative discrimination and ignorance from those who weren't aware of why I am wearing a wig. Not much times did people stop and ask a question as to, oh, why do you, I've never seen you wear a wig before. Why do you now wear a wig? It was not always coming from a place of good. It was all concern or interest or empathy. A lot of the times I was experiencing negative engagement in regards to why I have a wig and my hair issue, based on just people's ignorance and didn't like me wearing that wig. But what people did not understand is I didn't want to wear the wig, but that was the comfortable choice and solution for me to be out, be confident as best I could, engage and be productive and do the things that I still enjoyed doing and needed to do, and also to continue to maintain a good level of life, personally, mentally, emotionally and physically. So for me, that is what I did, and I was going through wearing the wigs for 12, about 10 years, and I decided that I'd had enough's enough. I've had enough. I've had enough of wearing the wigs. I don't like the wigs. They were very ill-fitting. They wasn't acceptable for my skin colour, for my hair texture type. It was not feasible to wear the wig all the time as I was, because it had impacts to my hair growth, because my hair was growing. It was just growing very, very stuntly. I wasn't necessarily losing hair. My hair just wasn't able to be combed or treated from root to tip properly. And as you may see now, my hair doesn't have a total flat appearance. It has stages, and there is patterns of different growth patterns there. And that's the only solution or insight that I got was, from your medical and GP professionals, that's what I was told. It just looks like, unfortunately, you have different hair growth patterns. How or why, but you do. And some do. Sometimes some people do. You're born with it. Sometimes it can change. Fortunately, I had like 5 different hair growth patterns, which made my hair then go into a spasm, I would call it, of growth, and then the ends grow into the root and the roots grow into the ends. So it was terrible. And it was causing me, although my hair was tangling, nobody understood the ignorance from people that I found the most wasn't to how the effects or the impacts of my hair condition was on me. It was more of an aesthetical and a beauty look as to how the wig makes me look, not necessarily as to what my hair issue is or how my hair issue affects and impacts me. That wasn't a question always asked, and that wasn't always the positive engagement that I got from others. So most of the times I would not give into engaging with people about my hair, because if you're going to tell me about my experiences or tell me what I should do, then you're not really coming from a place of care or support, wanting to see how they can maybe have understanding as to what I'm going through, or how that they may be of support to assist me in what I'm going through. I'm not always expecting a solution, but sometimes the least we can do as humans is be of support. So it was only a very small amount of people that I came across, family or friends or colleagues or strangers, that had that sort of approach. And over time, when I stopped wearing the wigs, like I said, after a 10-year span, I was just like, I'm done. I've had enough of it. And I want to allow my hair to actually try and give it a chance to grow. So obviously you need your vitamin D, you need the air, you need to continue to nourish it and care for it. And although I was trying to do those things, each time that I would put on the wig, it would be a barrier to receiving those types of natural and needed substances and ingredients that need to be put onto the hair for the hair to be flourishing and have proper growth, really. So I decided, yeah, enough's enough. I would have the confidence to try and have my hair as my hair was, but there was times where I'd wake up and my hair would be like I've just been electrocuted, and I couldn't comb it. No matter how much gel I put on it, it wouldn't lie down. So I had to wear a scarf, and I ended up wearing scarves a lot. And between the scarf and the wig, I was told by medical professionals, and also on my research with the herbalistic approach, I was also told just to try and not cover your hair, because it can stunt your follicles and damage your follicles, so your hair won't grow properly with it always being covered or heavily tamed. So I was put my brave face on and my big pants on and went for it. And I managed for 2 years to continually do that, not to cover my hair as often, and not to, just to try and allow for daylight to get it more regular, for vitamin D, sun and nourishment. So each time that I was doing that, I noticed an improvement with finding different herbalistic products and things like that. That helped me to see a little bit of a difference. But I was still experiencing a huge amount of pain, and that is the bit that nobody fully understood, because nobody's seen that impact on me. I didn't always portray that I was having massive headaches and head tension, and I was having a lot of pain from the follicle of my hair. It was just like needles being pricked onto my scalp, and this was because of different hair growth patterns in my hair and pulling my hair in different ways and the tangling, and it was immense. I was on medication for the pain. That was the most that the health professionals could give me, which didn't help much, because the pain was just a block on my nervous system, and at times that was so high that the pain medication didn't help much, because the minute that it worn off, I'm back on it again. And then it was so high, the dosage, and I was drowsy, so I wasn't able to drive, and machinery, and my work was affected. So it really impacted not just on my personal lives, my relationships, like I say, with friends, family and colleagues, because people just didn't understand what I was experiencing. People didn't know about it because it's an unknown hair condition. There's nothing, there's no evidence, there's no research, there's nothing that anyone can go off to say, oh right, well this is what it is, this is how we previously dealt with it on this person or group of people, and this is how we dealt with it on this group of people or person. There was nothing to go off, so I was just like the first guinea pig, which I didn't like. So the challenges that I faced were on and on and on and on and on and on, and I just needed to get to a space of, I want to be able to be over this. And for them 12 years, them initial 2 years, painstakingly cruel. I experienced, emotional and mental impacts were absolutely, words sometimes can't describe it. So for me, because speaking about it wasn't very helpful because people don't understand, I took my thoughts and my feelings and my experiences, and I started to journal. And I thank the wonderful, wonderful lady who bought me my journal. You know who you are. You are a wonderful inspiration and have been from I was very young. And the wonderful lady is one of my youth mentors, youth worker mentors from my local youth club. And she's just always been an inspiration. And unexpectedly, out of the blue, one day, she gave me a call and said she'd like to meet with me. And she said, I've got a gift for you. And I was thinking, oh, you've got a gift. And no, she didn't say she had a gift for me. She wanted to meet with me, and if I was able to meet her at this place this time. And I said, yeah, of course. Catched up with her, met with her, and in that meet up, I was given a journal, and I was so appreciative of that. From young, this lady knows that I am all about expressing my thoughts, my feelings, and I'm a writer, I'm a thinker, but I'm also a writer. I do like to write. Pen and paper is my best friend. So I just was so thankful for that, and it was a huge inspiration to me. And I still have the journal. Some of you may have seen me sometimes doing some posts from quotes from my journal, also sharing a little inspiration from what I get within that journal and the benefits of journaling. And that is one of the reasons that it was one of the tools that helped me to start to begin to mentally overcome the hair issue that I'd faced, because all up until that point I wasn't really mentally dealing with it. I was blocking it because I was like, I don't want this to happen. I want it to be sorted, but it might be sorted soon, and how am I going to get this sorted? And I didn't absorb and take it in and just accept and go through the motions of that, deal with it and go on with it. It took a long time, a very, 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 very long time before I was able to be comfortable with doing that. And the journaling helped me. Hi, warm welcome. Hello, my successful overcomer. Thank you for joining me and being on board. So it was overcoming my health challenge with my hair has been a journey. From the age of, like I said, my mid-30s, so 12 years on now, 12 years ago, so it will be, I'm on my 13th year, I think it will be this year. So in my medical professionals didn't have the answers, like I said, so I didn't have the answers. I went to journaling and I journaled, and that was my outlet, and that was my way of releasing and documenting and logging and monitoring my journey and with my hair that impacted on my overall health and well-being. And that helped me to get a little bit of insight and to see where I was at, where I am at, and where would I like to go for the future with this issue. So even though the health professionals have said it's unknown, don't know, all we can do is support you with a wig, and they gave me a wig for, I think it was about 8 to 10 years, I think I was prescribed wigs. Not fit for purpose, and I wouldn't necessarily say that they are great for those of BAME as well. That was a massive issue with the differences with our hair and texture and lengths and all of that. It wasn't beneficial. But in facing my pain experience from my hair issue and writing about it and talking to other people on a herbalistic level to see how can I get some sort of management on this, I decided that I would change a lot of things. And a lot of things that need changing was, the start was my mindset. How am I dealing with this issue? How am I mentally absorbing it? How am I mentally coping with it? Because that is also and could have been a contributing factor to supporting or affecting my hair from not to grow in a positive light further. Because I was told, and based on some research in the first 3 years, that your hair can go through different growth stages and your hair experiences different growth cycles. So I thought, oh, okay. So with that understanding and what could affect it and what are some of the things that could affect it, helped me understand better as to then, if it's not medically, what else could it have been? Could it have been a mental? Have I experienced something mentally, emotionally, internally that I was unaware of, but that's impacted on my hair? So there were some reflective moments that I had to take to think, right, okay, how am I going to pinpoint maybe to what could have been a contributing factor to why I had this hair issue, or why am I experiencing this hair issue? And I did experience a personal, unexpected situation a year before the issue happened with my hair. And I did share that with the doctors, and they said that it could be a contributing factor, as it was linked to your body going through a stressful time, that could be one of the reasons to why it would or could affect, hormones maybe, or your mineral levels may have been low, which then again affects your cellular level functioning. So there was a lot of things that I had to look into on an internal, deeper level to see as to what am I doing, what could I be doing better, and see on a lifestyle level if there was anything that I needed to do to improve my day-to-day activities. So I started to look into that and see what could I do moving forward. But the journey to that point wasn't a easy journey. It was a very lonesome journey, very lonely, because there was no one that I could relate with. No one could relate to me. A lot of the times it was just total negative interaction that I got, negative backlash, just negativeness. So I decided that I just wouldn't talk about it no more, and I was not going to have people to tell me what I should be doing. I just thought, if you don't want to understand or gain understanding as to what I'm going through or what I've been through or where I am at the moment with this issue and how I'm coping with it and why I'm doing what I'm doing, then I'd appreciate if you wouldn't criticize, because that's what I felt it was: criticism, judgment, and opinions. And neither of them are helpful, because I wasn't requesting that of these people, nor is it helpful to project your opinions, your judgment, or your criticism onto somebody without that person requesting for that, which then it would be in turn advice, and advice is something that I would have requested, that I wanted, therefore I'd be more willing to listen and take it on board. So I decided that I would just focus on myself and focus from head to toe and go internal and start to see what I could do to make the positive changes to improve me. And I started with, it was my head, so I thought I'll start from the head, and I started to take on some counselling sessions to see how I would be better equipped at getting support on managing my day-to-day life better, also on how I would be better managing this current health issue that I've got, that I have no real control over, that is really, I feel like it's taking more control over my life on a day-to-day basis, personally and professionally. And it was just very helpful to have someone who was listening, willing to listen, wasn't judgmental, wasn't there to criticize, wasn't there to give me their opinion, but was there to be a listening, supportive, advice, engagement if I needed, and a safe space. And that's what it was. And it was really helpful just for me to internalize it, like I say, and to cope with it on a mental and emotional level. And I'd really recommend, if anyone's not doing any counselling for any of their personal or professional issues that they may have experienced, in order for you to kind of personally manage it and overcome it positively, I'd really recommend taking some time out to look into counselling if you've not had it. There's nothing wrong with having a counsellor. A counsellor is just like myself, a life coach, someone who is more expertly equipped to help you to be equipped to deal with that situation or the circumstance that you're having difficulty with, or you're wanting to have the need met with. Then for me, it's a no-win. It's a win-win and a kind of no questionable thing to do, because it's going to help you be more effective and efficient in achieving your goal. And that's what it was. And the counselling support was really helpful on a mental level. It really, an emotional level, gave me that extra insight to where I need to go. for me, my other experiences I experienced my hair issue in 2013 was the very first time that I was experiencing that. Like I say, in my mid-30s, it was an eye-opener. And I say this in the sense as, although it was frustrating, although I was annoyed, although it knocked my confidence and my motivation levels, it affected my social life, like I say, personal life, professional life. My overall health and well-being was affected because I just wasn't my usual vibrant, confident, happy, and positive self. It really took a lot for me to face my day daily, and people wouldn't be aware of that unless I probably shared that with them, or unless I didn't put that smile on my face, because the smile changes everything. It shifts your focus internally. So when I was wearing my wigs and scarves, I didn't even want to look in the mirror. I just didn't feel that confident with that on my head, and I wasn't much more confident when I took it off my head, when I was not in my safe space of my home environment. And that shift and the changes that was made was all on a mental level. So once I kind of shifted my mindset, then I seen a change within myself slowly. And as you can see, as I said, right now, my hair may look normal, but my hair is not at its normal stage yet. But in part 2 of story time, I will catch up with you and share with you as to what great things I did to change my self internally and externally, and how I was able to assist on changing my to supporting a healthy change with my hair growth. So I just want to share with you all before I go, because I'm going to go. My battery is on a blinker, so I'm going to go. And I just want to share with you that despite any of the health challenges that you may go through, I understand, not just because I've been through a hair challenge, I've been through many challenges, and the whole ethos of my brand, slogan, and mantra to be a successful overcomer is why I champion. Because, as I said at the start, I'm a great believer in going through what we grow, what you have to go through. Is that right? And I'm a believer of, we all have different life paths and we all are going to experience different things, yes. And there are different experiences. Some will experience challenges that are way up there, and some might only experience challenges that are here. Either or either way, they're still life challenges. And how we overcome these life challenges is down to how we have control over our mind. And that is why I am very much invested in mindset coaching, personal development, and helping individuals who struggle to have control over their mind, their emotions and their thoughts, past, present. Then doing what I do gives a good foundation for equipping you and enabling you to have better abilities at maintaining and managing a resilient and positive mindset to enable you to overcome all challenges that you face. So on that note, my lovely successful overcomers, I'm going to go. Thank you all so much for your time spent with me. For all those that will spend time watching this live, I thank you. I also encourage you please to continue to like, subscribe, share, comment on the videos. Any video I have, if it's useful, please state. It could just be very useful, very beneficial, valuable info. If you would like more content, please add a comment as to this was useful, like to see more of this, or would you like to share content on this? Please all share, engage and interact. It's all supportive in how I and my channel grows, and I want to give you more good substance and valuable content that will help you to grow and develop and reach your life goals in your personal life and your professional life, but also it will help you to be a successful overcomer. So thanks again, guys. See you later. Have a great evening. Have a good day, depending on what time you are watching this video, and continue to believe in yourself, keep a positive and resilient mindset, and be a successful overcomer.